Our next round of 7 is going to be Daddy versus Joey the Hat. Both players have been having a strong showing today. Daddy firing in bullets. Who do you think is going to take it? I think it's too close to call.
Yeah, I think it's going to be too close to call too. But boy, you got to like the way that Daddy's been throwing this entire day. Also, shout out into the chat. Jason says he thinks he may have served with American Kyle, so he's still here. I will make sure that he responds back to you. That would be something to be able to reconnect a couple of military buddies through this chat, but we will make sure that he sees that. Also, shout out to Kathleen.
And we got Joey already hitting a 3. Austin, similar to Dave, hitting dead center. Both of them using Shot Pro axes. Austin recently switched his axe just maybe a few weeks ago to a completely new axe, a slightly smaller blade to kind of help out with this new rule set. Obviously, smaller blade, less chance that you could have bleeding into those areas. So, and you can see my guy is locked in, and I love to see it.
Yeah, that new axe doesn't seem to be bothering too much. He had a 2-point lead going in here. We have to see a clutch from Joey the Hat to be able to go into big axe, but it looks a little too far off to the left, and Daddy is going to take the first game.
And I tell you what, Daddy's starting to take a little bit of that Connexican approach by just standing there and letting him look at the back of that shirt.
We both learned from Dave. We started in this a few months ago, a little less than a year ago. We learned from Dave. Dave taught us, everything we know. So we take a lot from him. We appreciate him. But Austin's looking to show, man. He's the new kid on the block. Look out for this guy. He is crazy consistent. When he gets into a rhythm, he is able to shut out everybody and everything happening around him, and he can just lock in. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, we have seen him on quite a few of the stream games today, just locking in bullseye after bullseye, unrelenting with his throws.
He is a machine.
And once again, if Joey manages to clinch the bullseye, which it looks like he's going to, once again, a 2-point deficit going to Joey. Daddy's going to look for the bullseye here.
Spoiler alert.
Ooh. Yeah.
He's hitting bullseye.
Once again, Joey is confined to hitting the clutch to keep his hopes alive in this match.
Oh, that looks good.
I was going to say, it looks good from here, just eyeballing it. The hat. Looking for the clutch.
He's going to need it, otherwise Daddy will go up 2 points in the series.
And remember, if Daddy or Austin, I have a tough time calling him Daddy.
Well, you should, because it's awkward. But,
yeah, that's my guy.
He even said, he's like, they gave me this name because they knew it made me feel awkward, so I just kept it.
There's a long history behind that name. I won't get into it, but I tend to not call him that for obvious reasons. But if he wins this game, Dave has to beat him 2 times in a best of 7 in order to win the tournament. So he has that cushion of that first game, and I can assure you.
And that is a thumbs up for the hat.
Ref calls it good. We're heading into Big Axe to determine round number 2.
Big Axe time.
And
Austin is going
to show people he's not just a hatchet thrower. He's crazy consistent with his big axe.
And I feel like that's what we're going to see a lot of these tournament games coming down to. Who had the best practice on the big axe? Who is more accommodating to the new rule set that we're seeing?
Yep.
Who can tow it in?
It's a good throw by Joey.
Yep. Joey the Hat drops that first one in there.
Nice and easy. Austin looking to bring it back. Otherwise, Joey might be able to take the match point.
He snuck it in. Let's go.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's go.
Thumbs up. We're going into Big Axe round number 2. They bulled in, so they're calling for the clutch now. Let's see if our players here can grab a Big Axe clutch. Joey lining up first, trying to set the pace.
Oh man.
Bang.
My God. Wow.
Bang.
Ice water.
I can tell you right now, though, Austin would prefer him to hit it. He wants the pressure.
All right, folks, and remember with a rare slip-up from Austin.
Remember, he hasn't thrown a lot of big axe.
He hasn't had to.
He's been putting away with the hatchet all day.
Exactly.
And so we will find this knotted up at 1 game apiece, best of 7.
Players switching sides. It looks like Austin does take the first throw, and I think we can pretty safely take a break for the next 3 or 4 throws until we get there.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I think we're looking at a bunch of 5s here, folks.
Yeah.
And at this level of competition, we would expect nothing less.
Yep.
A couple of times we are going to see a little bit of bleed come through, but honestly, both of these players pretty consistently putting it directly in the middle, straight up and down, not letting there be any chance of a bleed happen. That being said, we're going into throw number 3.
Did Joey go low?
Joey throws a 3.
That's big. That's big.
Going 2 points down here, as long as Daddy can keep throwing in those bullseyes.
He got one there.
Absolutely peppering the center of that board.
Yeah.
At
Joey, I was going to say, I think Joey is questioning here.
This is big. If Joey missed this, all Austin has to do is basically hit the board.
They're gonna call 3.
Oof.
The official calls a 3.
At this point, if you're Joey, you're thinking about the next match. You're putting this one behind you.
Game. Or match.
Game, match, set. Well, not set, because the set is not set.
Correct.
Instead, we are seeing this fun back and forth. Daddy is up 2 points to Joey's 1 going into round number 4. And once again, lots of 5s.
Yeah. We say 5 like it's so boring. Just let him hit 4 5s, and then we'll see what happens at the end.
It's crazy because, I mean, you've been throwing all day at this point, kind of, so you've got a bit of a rhythm, but to never – I mean, Austin, I don't remember the last time he's hit a 3. I think it was like 2 or 3 games ago. It is very difficult to never even – and he hasn't even come close. That might be a 3 from Joey, saying it's good.
And they confirm.
Can confirm bullseyes all around. Nobody taking a lead here in this game. Daddy looks like he misstepped just a little bit, but still manages to sink the bullseye in there, and we're going to throw number 5.
They're going up.
Oh, yeah, going high on
Tied
this
at
one.
20. Let's go.
Woo!
Daddy nails it.
And
let's see where Joey goes.
Wow.
I don't know if Austin's is good. He's going to need a measurement. Joey's looks good.
I'm not. Both. We're probably going to get a measurement on both just to be sure. Like we mentioned, there's not many matches left to go in the night. Every single win matters here.
Waiting for the official.
Good.
Thumbs up on Daddy's side.
Go.
Let's see what happens to the hat.
That would be a wonderful sitcom. Daddy and the Hats.
It's actually a new song by Elton John. It's going to
No
accompany
good by.
Really?
Oh, yeah, he's a little low.
Benny and the Jets.
Daddy, 3-1 lead.
Daddy and the Hats. And
If Austin wins this round, he is guaranteed $1,200.
Man, that's got it. What would you do at $1,200 there, Slab?
A little extra stimulus check right there?
Yeah.
A little extra stimmy.
I mean, I'm an idiot, so I would go buy Jordans and, dumb stuff. But I can tell you what Austin's going to do. He's going to put it in the bank and pay off his student loans. I can assure you of that.
You know what? Good for him.
Yep.
If you can help pay off student loans by throwing axes,
Dude,
good for you.
one day of throwing some axes, I mean, it ain't bad.
The great millennial curse of turning a hobby into a profit.
Yep.
But if he's doing it, at least he is doing it well. Still firing in bullseyes. We're looking at throw 3 here. It looks like we're going 15 all into throw number 4. Round 5, Daddy is on match point. He can take the game here if he continues throwing bullets like that.
I'm so unbelievably proud of this kid. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, you got to kind of see him come up.
We carpooled a league. We work together. It's funny because we have an interesting dynamic at work. We like to mess with each other. People tend to think we hate each other because of how much we banter back and forth. But
look at these clutch throws here.
They're both looking pretty good. Austin's saying no on his. I think Joey's way too far left.
No, good.
It's at a slight angle, so that actually helped him out.
With that, Joey manages to take another point, coming back 3-2. He's got to win the next 2 rounds, though, to be able to clinch it out and get to the next match.
You feel like this could go 7.
It could.
You really do. So we've got Joey the Hat throwing in
Awesome,
lane 3.
It looks like there's like a magnet or something. He's hitting the exact same spot every single time. It's unbelievable.
Also, as you mentioned, we need to thank our sponsors, especially
Yes, sir.
the folks that brought us this incredible cottonwood for this event, Elm City Boards. Thank you to them who donated all this special cottonwood target being used for today's tournament. This stuff holds up really well.
It's unbelievable. It's funny because in the last year, we've really seen a transition from the pine that everyone started out at into this new cottonwood era, where to the point where people don't even like throwing on pine because you've developed this softer throw in order to get a better accuracy, not having to worry about the wood being so hard.
Boy,
and
Joey,
when you switch, it's tough.
Yeah, Joey just pushed very far right going for
We're
that
going
clutch.
to Big Axe.
And it is Big Axe time.
Just like that, Joey the Hat looking to take this round to force a Game 7. Austin just looking to move through. And like you mentioned earlier there, Slab, Daddy has shown that he is not just a hatchet thrower.
Correct.
Big Axe. And it looks a little askew.
Low high.
Confirmed 3 coming out of Austin.
This is a big throw for Joey right here. Big throw.
If he can manage to sink it, that's Game 7. Putting everything on the line on one game. He takes his throw and
he nails it!
It's good, dead center!
We have Game 7.
That's what
After Austin went up 3-1, this is an incredible, incredible comeback by Joey. Knowing any throw could be really your last.
And it comes down to this one last game to determine which thrower gets to move on. We're starting with 5s.
Shout out to my mom real quick. She wanted me to mention her on the name or on the stream, so I love you, Mom.
What a fine young man you've raised.
Mom, I don't think you're watching, but I love you too.
She's watching. She said, "Hey, shout me out on the stream." So, and in case you missed it, Joey actually hit a 3 there, which is not good with how Austin has been throwing.
Absolutely, that could be the difference here. However, we've also seen him be pretty consistent on the clutches, so it's not inconceivable to see this game going back to the Big Axe to determine.
What was going on there? Is that was that a 5 as well? Because it looked a little high, but snuck right in there.
Boom.
There it is. We got to see the clutch, or Daddy is going to move on and Joey will be knocked out.
No, Joey is in A bracket. He's going to play Dave.
Knocked into the B bracket.
Ooh.
It's a close one.
Let's see it.
Did he toe it in?
Both of these players want to have that little extra break.
It's good, and we're going to Game 7 Big Axe.
Game 7 got that Big Axe vibe coming in.
Where Joey has taken both Big Axe rounds so far.
Man, you bought the whole seat, but you only need the edge.
Yes, sir. And like I said earlier, whoever loses this game is not eliminated. None of these players have lost yet today. So the loser of this game will play Dave.
All right. It's like a solid throw there by Joey the Hat. Everyone acknowledging the 5.
Austin's looking to match.
And it looks to be a little low. It looks to be a little low.
Joey's going to take it.
Joey the Hat made a hell of a comeback.
Wow.
In this match.